Hey everybody and welcome to Pals Chat. I am here with my co-host Heidi Tabbing.
Hello, it's me.
Also, I'm Gina Parker. Should have said that first. Anyway, Heidi, what are you been up
Hey,
to?
what up? So I've been working. I just got cast in another live action dub, which I'm not sure if I can talk about. In indie animation, Oda-chan season 2, Rabbit season, came out last weekend, and I recorded some behind the scenes footage of recording for the episode inside my booth. So I don't know, that's fun. I could send you the link to that later too if you want.
I'd like to see that, the behind the scenes more than anything.
Yeah. I did subscribe to HBO Max for a month so I could watch The Last of Us season 2.
What did you think of it?
I didn't actually play the game, The Last of Us Part 2. I just watched like a compilation of cutscenes from both Ellie and Abby's perspectives. And maybe because I haven't played the games myself, I'm not as precious about it. Overall, I really enjoyed the TV show. I know a lot of people are very nitpicky about it, but like not being exactly how they wanted the scene to play out and just being super rude to Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards the show and to them, and it's not cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Bella. I think they're funny and adorable. I mean, if you've ever seen the interviews that they do, especially the puppy interview, have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's cute. I was entertained. I liked what they did. I really enjoyed the porch scene. I know some people have issues with that being coming so early in the story of the TV show, just because it was like an end game thing that actually happened in The Last of Us Part Two, the video game. But I mean, I liked being able to see that. I heard some people say that it's like a dumbed down version of the game or a softer version of the game. And I'm like, I enjoy that as perhaps a softer person. Like, not everything needs to be like super hard. Like, yeah, the game does kind of go into like the world's a shit place and people will do awful things. Sure. But I still think that it does need some levity to balance out all the awful things that are happening. And if that's like two actors crying on the porch together, then I'm all for it. I know that there is criticism about like that scene, but I actually haven't actually listened to or read what people had to say about it. I just know that criticism exists.
I do think I read somewhere that it's almost like line for line, a lot of the scene from the cutscene. So, and I also heard, and again, I didn't play the game either. I shouldn't say again, I never said it. But
It's mostly going to be Abby, and I'm curious how the TV show audience is going to respond to that. I think there was a drop off of people stopping the show after, spoiler alert, Joel's death, just because Joel and Ellie's relationship was such a big draw of the story to begin with, and they're like, well, Joel's gone now, like what's the point of watching? So I'm curious how the third season of Abby's story is going to be received. As somebody who watched the cutscenes of the game, I do really enjoy her story. I know a lot of people just stopped. They hated her so much that they like when they were forced to play as Abby, they just got her into all kinds of situations to watch her die. I hope that her actor does not receive the same kind of hate that Laura Bailey did when because of her portrayal in the video game. We'll see. People are
also, I really like that actress. I've seen her in a lot of things. And
Caitlin Deaver?
yeah, yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember if I've seen her in anything else, but I mean, you watch a lot of more TV shows than I do.
Yeah, she does a lot of soulful portrayals of things. So I could see her bringing some humanity to someone who I think audience would want to hate.
On that topic, if you don't mind me talking about voiceover for a bit, that you mentioned that she kind of voices she plays like the same character throughout. or similar enough characters. I was having a chat with a friend the other day, and he wanted to get into his like deeper range. If you look at my fandom stuff, he voiced the main character Zidane in my most recent fandom of the Final Fantasy IX You Are Not Alone scene. And I'm like, you know what? You're like 2 years younger than me, but you still sound like you could authentically portray a 16-year-old boy. And so, like, that works for him. But he was talking about, he didn't want to be, like, pigeonholed into this
Yeah.
voicing the same kind
Typecast.
of yeah, being typecast into voicing the same types of characters over and over. But for voiceover, like that is kind of like your bread and butter. That's if your voice fits like a shonen protagonist, there are so many jobs that you can get from just sounding that way and being consistent even into your adult years, because it's like, well, you're like a grown ass adult. Like, how much more is your voice going to change over the next 5 years? So you could like,
Yeah. I mean, think of The Simpsons. That's been going for like decades with the same voice
yeah,
actors.
yeah. And so he just didn't want to be restricted in that sort of way. And I was like, that's fair that you want to work on your range and that you have a goal that you want to work toward. But I was also like, there's nothing really wrong with having the same voice for different characters. Is because like it's the acting that matters. How you sound is, just part of your physiology. But it's like, how well can you portray these characters? And like, even if he does sound like a 16-year-old boy, he could voice a character who is not the hero and who has like extreme mental breakdowns, if you're looking like at a character like Akechi from Persona 5. And it's really just like about what you do with the voice, rather than just, well, this is what I'm stuck with. Because I feel like even still, there is more freedom in voiceover with how you sound than there is with live action film in how you look,
hmm
because your voice can be more consistent for a longer period of time than your looks can be.
hmm
So I'm just trying to like frame it in a more positive light for him, to be like, this, it's fair that you want to work on yourself, but also it's not a bad thing
Is it a
voicing the
bug or a
same.
feature?
Just a comment, some thoughts I'm having on that.
That's fascinating. I love that. I'll get my all my children talk done in, let's see, under a minute, we hope.
Okay.
So, on All My Children, July 15, 1985, Donna and Benny finally get married after Nina tried to shoot up their wedding. Adam tries to interview Erica, but she doesn't go for it, so Adam pretends to be his identical twin brother Stuart to get closer to Erica. Nina regresses to being a child and doesn't recognize Cliff or her mother. Palmer fires Sandy, even though Sandy doesn't work for him, which makes the firing a little difficult to enforce. And Phoebe asks Ruth to keep Hillary away from Tad, but that is put on the back burner because Kate Martin passes away, which happened because the actress who played Kate Martin actually passed away in a car accident in real life. And they had to write her death into the show rather than recast her out of respect. So, very sad thing that happened here in this week of July 15th, 1985. Feels a little disrespectful to talk about it in a minute, but we will talk much more about it with Sadie Teal next week. So that's it.
Life is birth. I know. I was thinking about that with, Tara giving birth and everything. Well, Jenny was,
Honey, the pain never goes away, believe me. But it's eased up a great deal with the memories of our loved ones. Now, look how lucky we were to have Jenny. I know, just over a short time, but suppose we'd never had her.
there were just so many things that I wanted to say to her.
Well, I understand that, too. I still talk to Henry, tell him little things. But I miss him as much today as the day I lost him.
Soap operas.
Mhm. Yeah, that's one of those weird things where, yeah, the actress really did die, so they just had to, like, also
Yeah.
kill her off on the show. And a lot of actors who had left the show but had worked with her came back to do the funeral scene just for an episode, which was Just one of those weird things of art imitating life type
Yeah,
things, like
like
everyone's coming to pay respect to their coworker.
right, like it's an
Hmm.
actual funeral, not just
Hmm. Hmm.
filmed.
Yeah, and they put the actress's actual name, like in the episode and the in memoriam stuff, over her scenes, rather than the character name,
Huh.
so that I guess at that time, so fans would know, like, oh, we're not just losing Grandma Kate, like we're losing Kate Campbell, which I think is interesting in a morbid sort of way.
No, yeah, I think that's cool and nice way to pay respects. Because
Mm.
I mean, you said it was 1985, right? So it's not like
Yeah.
social media for people to be like up on all
Yeah, they
these.
can't just Google like, hey, why
Right,
was she written off the show? It's
right,
like, no, she passed.
right.
All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Heidi, for joining us
Yeah,
this week. We love it. We love you. You're amazing.
thank you.
Good luck
Thank you
on
for
your
having me.
movie that you'll tell me about later.
Yep, yep.
All right. Well,
Well,
bye.
bye.
Thank you for listening. Our theme song is Wouldn't It Be Nice by Sound Mirage featuring Lady Rand. Please rate and review, download, subscribe, all the things. And you can email us at amcrewatch@gmail.com. Thanks. Talk to you next week.